just opinions, so don't take it personally. Just because we don't like it, you can still be happy. Enjoy what you like, you're an adult. Yeah. BWN Productions, mask plus props and costume work. If you want a monster name, contact BWN Productions. Fast custom shirts, hundreds of t-shirts, all at reasonable prices. If you need custom work, contact Fast Custom Shirts. Grab a cold one and get ready for the show. It's intended for mature audiences because we kid and joke. Boy God is here and so is Tom and Joe.
Is Joe here? We'll see. Oh my goblin. It's a Christmas miracle. Hello, everybody. Hello, Joe. And welcome to this. Oh, come. How is you? Last time we spoke, you and Roop, you were ready to get into it and see what this White Oak Music Hall was about, if it could sustain this festival type atmosphere. So, how did it go?
Hell's Heroes, Tom. I think it's the 8th one, maybe. I don't know. 5, 6. Yeah, maybe the 8th one they've had. The first one I've been to. And the White Oak Music Hall, which is right next door to the Raven Tower. Remember they got that tower that's way up there that I've never been up to. But it's a pretty good venue for a festival type thing, you know. They have a pretty good size outdoor stage, and then the indoor stage that's okay too, you know. They got the standing room down there, and then they got a balcony or whatever. Shit was all right, but you know, I was also there as a vendor, so they had the vendors all in like a makeshift alley, you know how they make stuff, like they have their own portable gates and shit, you know, fence lines and stuff. So they made an alley for the vendors, and we're all the way down at the end of this alley. That's cool. Or it would have been had they not put a food vendor at the beginning of this alley. There was 4 food vendors total in this thing, and all 4 of them were like fucking busy, balls to the walls, you know, every day. The first day there was only 3 of them, but I guess the second day somebody complained, and then the next day there was a 4th vendor that had vegan tacos. So I guess the other ones didn't have vegan options.
Those fucking metalheads, I tell you.
Yeah, vegan metalheads or something else. So yeah, this food vendor was at the beginning, right at the front of this makeshift alley, and so there was a crowd around it all the time, you know? So people just wouldn't go down the fucking alley. You know, it's like, it's too congested down there. So it was a bit slow. A bit fucking slow. It is what it is, right?
Yeah, it's not your shit.
Right.
So, I guess the answer to the question was no, it can't really facilitate the festival where you'd have the vendors with these kind of tents.
I mean, it was all right had they just, you know, had the foresight to like, hey, people are going to be hitting these food vendors. Let's put them at the end of the fucking alley so everybody has to walk by the vendors in order to get there. You know, that's just common sense. That's setting this shit up. I'm sure the people that organize this have done this before, and they know, right? They know logistics and about making sure people see your vendors, because you want your vendors happy too. Uh, at the end of it, Craig still made a profit, but I'm sure we could have done a whole lot better had things just been in place. But also hearing from some of the event staff, they said ticket sales were a whole lot less, lower than they have been in previous years.
Was it because of COVID?
It could have been because of the shit that was going on with the airlines. It could have been gas prices. It could have just been that this has been a fucked year for people and their money, So going to do shit like this, where maybe people had the money and, the certainty for, what's coming up in the next couple of months or whatever. They don't have that this year. So people are doing less, I don't
I
know.
guess that's kind of every fucking year, though. You never know what the fuck's gonna happen.
That's true. Yeah, but I think more people since COVID have just said, fuck it, let's stay home. Me and Lisa, we don't go to bars anymore. We stopped doing that during COVID. And fuck it, let's drink in the backyard. Cheaper, safer, whatever.
Yeah, I fucking don't give a shit about going out either way. So,
Yeah,
it's what you should do.
I know.
Trying to make your home to be a place you want to be, fill it with shit that you like. So, why go out anywhere else? I get drunk and look at that fucking thing.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But we had a good time. We saw some bands. We hung out. We were both. It's like, let's see, the first day the beers were like what, $15 because it's an event, but Lone Star was the event sponsor, so $10 for a Lone Star. Yeah, but the cool thing about that is like, all right, we know that they're selling Lone Star 16-ounce cans, so we'd stop pretty much anywhere and pick that shit up and bring it with us. And that's exactly what we did, Tom.
Sounds like you could have brought fucking anything, Inks. You were all the way the fuck down there.
Yeah, well, we did that too. It's like I bought one of their beers, and the first day we just had a few shiners, just pour it in their cup, just like convention style shit like that.
That's fucking crazy. I don't know. I know I'm a frugal, cheap fuck because of being not maybe it's not just an excuse being an artist or whatever. But that's fucking ridiculous. I might spit in a motherfucker's face if they told me $15 for a shiner.
Yeah, that's like any concert, any fucking sporting event, I mean, shit, at the sporting events they're like maybe 18, it's like you're fucking,
Just for like shits and giggles, I was just like, hey man, I think I'm gonna fucking watch the Cubs this year. Let's see when all this shit's going down, if we still got WGN on the TV. No, it's not on there anymore. You gotta like subscribe to some specific fucking thing just to watch Cubs game.
Yeah, so like all these NFL, NHL, all that shit, NBA, like you can buy, like my neighbor for NFL, he used to always get the season ticket, and it's supposed to be a thing where you have access to all the games, but turns out in the past couple of years that hasn't been the case. It's like, oh no, this game is exclusive to ESPN2 or whatever the fuck, and local games are blocked out because they're got a contract with your fucking local TV stations or whatever. It's like a mess. If you're a fan, especially of a place you don't live in, like you're fucking Chicago or whatever, yeah, good luck. You can watch them when they play the Astros, maybe when they play the Rangers. That's about it. They make it to the fucking the series. Okay, you can watch them then.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck. I think I saw the NBA was on Prime now, which that seems fucking crazy, but
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's just the way shit's fucking going.
Yeah. Fucking NFL had a game on Netflix last year. I think it was, I don't know, the Christmas or Thanksgiving game. What? Yeah. It's like that shit should just be on regular TV, for fucking anybody. But
And no one watches that fucking shit anymore.
I don't know. Not the fucking NFL. It's got,
No, no, I mean TV.
regular TV. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we would always do it. Like we would turn off the fucking Roku and just put it on regular channels and shit. You
Do
can.
you still?
Yeah, we did it a couple of times this year. I mean, I didn't watch as much this year, but flipping around, it's like, oh, fucking Comet. I always forget about Comet. I should fucking have that on more often.
Oh, hey, Space Godzilla's on again.
Yeah,
Sweet.
yeah. Oh, wait a minute. There's Spenguli. Let me change the channel now.
Hey, Joe,
Yeah.
remember, we'll get to that.
Okay.
Wink.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I don't know what the fuck we were talking about. Times is a changing. Uh, I, I mean, technically, we have cable for my mom because she watches that shit, but I'm not gonna have that shit. I'm as long as the internet's in, we got good old fucking all these channels you can fucking go through for free. But just need the one, the Baywatch channel. Baywatch is on 24 hours, so that's good. It wasn't the last 2 days though, hence why we had to push this fucking podcast back a day. Sorry, one guy, bootleg. My bad. Sorry you didn't get your fucking podcast yesterday. But
What happened?
yeah.
You have a fence made or something?
No, I guess some fuck dug somewhere between here and where they dug. Snip.
They should have called 811 first.
Damn, they should have. You got to call before you dig.
That's right.
Fucking.
And the fucking fiber lines, they only put them like 6 inches down.
Yeah, they're not. And the dude's just like, oh, this is the best technology we'll see in our lifetime. It's like he came in with like a little crimper tool to put this line into the ground.
Yeah, it's fucking super ass thin ass line that's gonna, I don't know, a fucking bug might eat through that shit.
But there's like at the bottom where it comes out, there's a little piece of tape around it, so when you do your weed whacking and stuff, it's protected.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, it is. It is nice. Yeah, I don't know, man. Still buy Blu-rays. What the fuck do I know about any of this streaming bullshit?
Yeah, I still buy the occasional box set, of Blu-rays.
Speaking of box sets of Blu-rays, Joe, I left this fucking thing here last week. It's not heavy and clumsy to fucking pick up. Shaw Scope Volume 4. You can't do this thing. Couple pounds for sure. It's ridiculous. And again, I'm not going to take it out, but I don't like how the shit's set up with these fucking thick cardboard pages like it's a fucking book. And it's just clumsy take. Piss up a rope. That's what I say to this fucking box set's structural integrity. But besides that shit, Joe, do we have another one this week?
Mhm.
Demon in the Lute. Have you heard of it?
No.
You know what the fuck a lute is?
No. Should I get a beer before you talk about Lute?
If you want to, I'm gonna have to start the fuck over again. No, let's go get a beer. It doesn't matter. Nobody watches these Shaw Scope ones anyways. Go watch the fucking dog if you have to, Joe. So Demon of the Lute, it starts out with a bunch of like and not animated, kind of sort of not really animated, but just a bunch of drawn title cards and shit. It's like, oh, all right. There was a different Shaw Scope intro, same fucking theme song, but different intro. It's like, oh, hey, this might be something different. All right, terrific. And credits roll, and fucking this film is dedicated to children. I was just like, oh, this is a Wuxia film dedicated to children. I said, oh, fuck me. Or this is a goddamn kids movie. Terrific. And it was. It was a little kung fu movie for kids, Joe. There was a little girl child, and she was doing kung fu, little kicks, little flips, jumping on people's shoulders. It was cute, I guess. I didn't want to watch a fucking goddamn kids movie. I got this shit because I thought it was like all horror movies, all Shaw Brothers horror movies. It's just a little fucking kid karate movie. She teams her dad's a piece of fucking shit. Like she gets killed, we think, at one point, and her dad's just fucking off with other people, not paying attention to the motherfuckers chopping up everybody with giant axes and shit. Um, yeah, the dad's a fuckhead. So there's some lady, I think that's her name, SUM lady, and she's fucking there to say, "Hey, we need to go find this fucking bow, because if we find this magical bow and this magical arrow, then we can fucking blow up the fucking demon loot, which is like a mandolin, or the fucking you seen Kung Fu Hustle, the number one killers, that fucking thing they're playing.
Yeah.
I think that's a loot or something like that. So fucking guy plays the shit and he's evil. This shit took me 2 days to get through. I wasn't even gonna fucking finish it because I wasn't feeling this shit. I didn't want to watch a fucking kids movie. Too bad. This is what it is this week, asshole. Finished it the fuck up. And it has its moments. Another place, another time. This would be a funny one to watch. Like a bad movie night, throw it in the mix. If you're watching it with other people, having some beers. This was just like me sitting down expecting a fucking horror movie. So I just wasn't fucking feeling it. But, there were some nice colors, some wild shit here and there, some child level wild shit. Nothing like Boxer's Omen or anything like that, but has a commentary track, so I guess I gotta listen to this shit. Old Frank Jang's here to talk about it. About 15 minutes in, I was like, dog, I really don't give a fuck. And I was sitting there sculpting, so I wasn't about to fucking get up and turn it off. Didn't say anything worth a fuck, except he brought up our good friend, David Gregory from Severin Films. And he says when they were making that Bruce Lee documentary that Dave and whoever he was shooting with at the time went to the old Shaw Brothers studio. I guess the original building's condemned and shut down, whatever. And there's a new building next door. So they weren't supposed to actually go in and go through the old building and shoot stuff. But of course, you're there, you're gonna do what you can and, apologize fucking later. Personally, I don't know if I would do that in China. I would fucking stick to exactly what I'm told to do, and, you know, but hey, he got the fucking shots, and now he has a story to say how he was personally kicked out of Shaw Brothers studio by old Mona Fong. So he's got that, and if we didn't know the guy, it would be like, who cares? just a story about a random guy. But I was just like, oh yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Good for Dave for going and getting the shots and saying, fuck it, I'm gonna do this shit. But I wouldn't, especially not the fucking China, dog. And in this movie, like, not to sound like the world's biggest fucking racist, but the guy has a dog as a pet. And in other fucking movies, in this box set, they talk about eating dogs. So it's all over the fucking place. Like, I'm sorry, is this dog always in danger? Like, this guy, oh, he forgets to go to the store one day and then he eats his friend's foot or some shit. I don't know. The guy's a fucking hobo, or he's a Norman Bates. Like, he fucking lives in a cave with a skeleton. He doesn't know who the fuck the skeleton belongs to. That's a plot point, kind of, in the movie. I just wasn't fucking trying to watch any fucking kid shit. Even though I fucking did over a span of fucking 3 days, I guess, because I listened to the goddamn commentary too. Last couple movies in this set haven't been great, Joe. I hope it's over soon. Something's gotta come up.
Soon enough for the next set.
No.
You say that now.
Yeah, but no, I just a lot of it's just that old fucking timey Chinese shit. And I don't fucking care for it. I just don't fucking care for it, Joe. Give me some modern Chinese shit. At least set in like the 70s forward or some shit. That's fine. Not everything has to be fucking Ming Dynasty bullshit. Shove it up your ass.
Oh, Tom. What else you watch, Tom? Because I only watch one feature film.
Well, how about you let us know what that feature film was?
Okay, well, I watched a movie called Mother of Flies. Have you heard of, seen, or reviewed this movie before, Tom?
Joe, not only have I seen, watched, and reviewed Mother of Files, I'm going to talk about it again right now, I fucking guess.
All right, yeah. When you were talking about it, I thought, hey, that sounds an awful lot like this family that makes these fucking witchy movies. You know, it's a mother-daughter fucking
Papa.
dad team making these movies, and they made one I saw called Hellbender, and yeah, it's about this family that had ties to witchcraft and everything, and the girl goes through a discovery and blah blah blah, and then they play in a band when they're not doing their witchy shit, you know. And
Is it called the Addams Family Band?
yes, the Addams Family. They're called the Hellbenders.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
And they do the music for this movie called Mother of Flies.
The
And
fake band from that movie does the music?
they're a real band.
Wait, so not only do they make movies, they also have a vanity band?
They're very immersed in the arts, Tom. Mother of Flies, it's about a young lady who has cancer, and they've already done the chemo stuff and it, you know, this and that. She's not getting better. Uh, Somehow, and they get to this later, she hears about this esoteric type woman, you know, that does naturalistic healing, you know, out in the woods. You go stay with her, and it's just like, hey, you know, things might seem fucked up, but she's there to heal you, you know. Dad goes along with her, and like, yeah, shit's weird. She lives in a fucking treehouse, you know, and
But not like a fucking 7-year-old, more like a gnome.
right, yeah, kind of like the fucking Keebler elves, but like on a giant scale. and she has a bed made of trees and moss and everything, but the dad has one made of like, I don't know, fucking dead oak trees or something.
And sometimes it looks really cool. Other times it's like, what the fuck happened?
That's the case throughout this movie. Is like it's a mix of, it's all digital effects, and hey, that looks all right. Oh, that doesn't. Fuck. That,
And when it doesn't,
yeah.
it sticks out a lot because it tricks you like, well, hey, that was really good. What
Mhm.
happened?
So it turns out there's more to this lady, this witch lady, than meets the eye, Tom. Turns out, maybe she's dead. Maybe she's after a baby. Maybe she's going to pull out a cancer baby out of this young girl and go and like rest with the cancer baby. Because
Were they playing at Hell's Heroes?
no, they do not.
Oh, they didn't make it.
They didn't. They were not invited. I wouldn't think. Uh,
Cancer baby was on the way, but they got a flat.
yeah, yeah. They got stopped at customs. Um, this movie's fucking boring. I remember when you gave it a brief review, so as not to ruin it for me. So thank you for that. But it didn't fucking matter. I lost interest in it rather quickly. The thing with this family, hey, cool. That's kick ass that you're doing things as a family and you're actually getting shit out there where it's being seen, but none of you can act.
What? They had all that snot and shit coming out of their nose, and that's acting.
Yeah, bad acting. The music, not for me. I never went to Lilith Fair, so I could give a shit about any of this.
Oh, that is some yeah. That's why I was getting those lesbian vibes at the beginning
Mm,
because she couldn't act for one, so I thought she was talking to her girlfriend, and then they cut in with that fucking Lilith Fair fucking flip-flop shit,
yeah, and that the music is throughout the movie. I'm
and
sure
that's their band,
that's their band. Yeah,
and
and
that's the dad singing, right?
I think it's all of them.
I just was guessing it was a lady singing, so
Well, yeah, it's 2026. Um, yeah, it was just boring. It was a very boring movie. It didn't stay focused. So you're focused on the bad effects when they come out. You're focused on the bad acting, and yeah, something happened. Hurry up, have something fucking happen, and it does. But by then you don't care. By then you're so far out of this movie that it doesn't fucking matter. Um, the movie Hellbenders, it had some good shit in it. There was a little bit of potential there, but you're supposed to get better, with each successive thing you do. And I didn't see that with this. It just, I don't see a progression in their skills as storytellers.
yeah, I remember the skeleton in the ground
Hmm.
being, like, cool, like, the shot they kept showing of it over and over. I
Over.
thought that looked cool.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, some of the shots of the woods look cool, some of the shots of the house look cool, and some of it looks really bad.
Mm.
Uh, the witch lady, her acting's okay. The daughter's hit or miss, but the dad's really bad, especially when he's getting frustrated.
Yeah.
Yeah, and after you're saying, that they're like a band too, God bless them for building these fucking memories and shit and doing this, but, I mean, it seems like fucking ultimate vanity projects.
And it's real bass heavy, because if you were, because it's chick, the chicks always end up playing the bass. Yeah, it's I don't know. it's it's not for me. It's some of you out there may dig it. I like fucking occult horror flicks, but this one and Hellbenders, they didn't do it. It's like you can't. I mean, I'm not just gonna like every fucking witchy movie out there. It's still got to be good. You still have to build something and get somewhere once you do. But this shit, I tuned out early. It's like fuck. All right.
But I mean, it was cool. That lady was having sex with the dead body at the beginning. That was like cool and grabbed you, right?
No.
Oh, fuck. Thought that would do it because, that was shocking.
I know. And she deep throated a snake too, but that didn't do it for me either.
But it was shocking.
Yeah. It was digitally shocking.
Digitally shocking. Well, Joe, speaking of digital manipulation, I watched Bloody Chainsaw Girl Returns, Giko's Awakening.
She was asleep.
She was asleep. But
Right.
then old Rowdy Roddy said, "Hey, put these glasses on. I gotta show you something. Put these glasses on." And then she puts them on, and in Japanese she says, "Mios Dios." And then she sees, but only in black and white like a dog. Anyways, Joe, this movie, if we could even call it that, it's only 59 minutes. And I assume they fucking shot one movie, used all the footage they could, cut it in half, and said, "See you next week, fat boy." Anyways, that's right. So, the first one was a pretty cheap fucking version of these kind of, Japanese splatter goofball movies. And it worked. It had charm. It was all right. I liked it. This one's the fucking backyard bullshit shot over a weekend version of one of those. None of the like fun, low budget garbage practical effects that you got to have in these movies. It's all just CGI blood bullshit. Nothing. This one just fucking stinks. The main actress, she didn't come back for fucking reasons you'll understand if you take the time to watch this shit, which I wouldn't recommend. There's just really nothing about this to give a fuck about. It's just like, oh, hey, Japanese are slopping out shit with their friends over a fucking weekend, too. Terrific. All right. Guess I'll just watch the next one next week and hopefully there's no fucking more. Watch Tokyo Gore Police or Frankenstein Girl vs. Vampire Girl instead. Hell Driver. This one, no. But hey, maybe I'll watch the fucking second part, which I'm sure that's what the fuck it is next week. Be like, oh, all right. But probably not. But there's some fat weebo whacking off to this shit somewhere, so.
I'm certain.
Oh. Well, Joe. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
You ever been to Pittsburgh?
Yeah. Yeah, I have.
You ever read a Spider-Man comic?
Yeah. Yeah, I have. I'll tell you what. I read a Spider-Man comic called Web of Spider-Mans, number 29, Tom. And it guest stars Mr. Wolverine. Oh, shit, look at that. Him and Spidey are back to back. So this one, Tom, I don't know. The Hobgoblin's back somehow, and it's Ned Leeds is dead. So what's going on? The Hobgoblin is fucking with the Rose, and he's fucking with the Rose's buddy Rodolfo, some shit. I don't remember his name.
Ronaldo Jones.
Yeah. And then Wolverine comes to see Spider-Man's, because Spider-Man's is finally feeling guilty about, punching a girl in the face and killing her.
Punching a woman to death.
Yeah. And Wolverine tells him, hey, don't worry about it, kid.
I do that shit all the time.
That's it.
He pulls him in and says, hey, bub, sometimes a claw slips. Wink.
Mhm.
And then they go have beers, Molson Ices, because he's a fucking Canadian.
They fucking fight some local gang members, and yeah, that's it. That's all there is to this shit. There's another one that's going in the fucking for sale. I got 2 short boxes of Spider-Mans. They're at the shop now, bagged and boarded and priced, folks. Yeah. Okay, but then in Peter Parker 129. Oh, that's it. Remember last time he found out that the black cat is fucking the foreigner? Well, shit. Now he's gonna go have it out with the foreigner, and they do, but like the foreigner keeps putting him hands on him. Like, well, what the fuck's going on? How's this guy getting past my spider fucking reflexes and ability
Sense.
and the old spidey sense and shit? Well, the foreigner can like hypnotize you real quick.
Hypnotize that motherfucker.
Once you look him in the eye, but I don't know. Black Cat had called the cops and she set this shit up, and like the foreigner gets away, but Spider-Man's is not being hunted for murder now because it was this other cop that killed whoever. I'm losing track on this shit because it's all out of order. And I think even coming up, we have the annual where Spider-Man's gets married, but the annual that was released before that, they're on their fucking honeymoon. So Marvel was just a fucking mess in their distributions and all this shit. But we're here to talk about Pittsburgh.
But not yet. I got a question.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just the legal Delta 8 gummies that I've ate 3 bags of earlier. But well, she's called Black Cat, Joe.
Hmm.
But including the hair, there's a lot of white in that character design, maybe more than black.
This really shitty new costume. It's fucking terrible. But I don't know. You just gotta let a hoe be a hoe.
Yeah. A big titted hoe.
Mm-hmm. And that's what she is, and a thief.
Since she is a woman.
Yeah, a thief of hearts. Amazing Spider-Man's. What issue was this, Tom?
290.
Yeah. Hey, we were left on the cliffhanger last time because Peter Parker's proposed to Mary Jane. First page we open, she says, no. I gotta go to Pittsburgh. Okay. Meanwhile, fucking Smythe. What's this guy's name? Fucking Alistair Alfonso Smythe or some shit like
Ribera.
Yeah. He has even improved since last time. The Spider Slayer. Now he can go sit inside it like the Gremlin sits inside the Crimson Dynamo or whatever the fuck. Titanium Man. Who knows? Who cares? But yeah, he's all crippled and he can't eat. He mentions that a couple of times. Only intravenous foods can he eat. But anyway, he hunts down Spider-Man's and was going to get him, Tom, but he missed Spider-Man's because Spider-Man's got on a plane to Pittsburgh going after Mary Jane to like, hey, she helps me out. Maybe I should fucking be there for her. How about that? Good idea. The woman you fucking proposed to. Mary Jane goes to visit her fucking sister who's in jail. We don't know why. They didn't say.
I mean, she was thieving.
Probably in cahoots with the foreigner and the black cat. Uh, I don't know. Luckily, she's got some lady that's taking care of her kids. You know, how is she paying that from prison? Probably dealing that smack in prison. You know, it's a lot of money in prison if you know how to wheel and deal.
I thought it was from selling all those pearl necklaces.
Could be.
It's weird that you give her the money and then you also give her a pearl necklace.
Mm-hmm. Somebody should write a song about that.
Damn, how would it go?
Pearl necklace. She wants a pearl necklace.
Got to be really upbeat, though, almost to the point of being questionably gay. If it wasn't a song about busting nuts on a lady's tits, it would be questionable. All right, so you got anything in that area?
No.
Ah.
Yeah, so this was another issue of Spider-Man's, but oh shit. Old fucking Alice Starr, he got himself a plane ticket to Pittsburgh, so this story is not quite over yet, Tom.
Why doesn't he just fucking fly over there in his little suit?
You would think so, right? Or right, fucking I mean, how long a drive is it? You know, he's got that fucking van that drives on its own.
I mean, you can make it there in a day. If I realized how close it was when I lived in Pittsburgh, I probably would have drove to New York a couple times just to go and see it.
Yeah.
I didn't though, because it's fucking dumb.
Never looked at a map.
No. Drove to Maryland. I think it was like 3 hours. Went to Baltimore for a horror convention, you see.
Yeah, you're a Edgar Allan Poe fan, so Baltimore, you know.
Damn, I did go see his grave and cry.
Yeah, and you're also a Mike Mignola fan, you know.
Fuck, rest in empowerment.
I don't even think the Baltimore comics were out yet, but you knew they were coming. You knew.
I did. I knew with the help of the great website Horror Find, your source to search for horrific things across the intranet.
Mm-hmm.
You remember old Horror Find, Joe?
Remember that they had their own message boards and shit.
They also had their own convention in Baltimore.
Yeah, they were Horror Find was. I mean, there was a lot of literary horror shit on there, you know.
No.
Such there was. In fact, I have a book, The Best of Horror Find.
Does it happen to be in a for sale box?
No.
No.
Not this.
Because of the memories?
The memories. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Big memories.
The best memories.
Hell, it's always sad when someone becomes a memory, Joe.
It is.
It's like you knew it was coming.
We did, and that's why we were doing this retrospective on the Triple Threat movies. Fooled y'all. The Missing in Action movies, you know? Yeah, we didn't fucking jump on this shit after this motherfucker died. We've been doing this for a couple of weeks.
We poisoned him and then started doing it.
Yeah. We were talking shit about him before he died. Missing in Action 1. Missing in Action 2. But Tom, today we're talking about Braddock. Missing in Action 3. Or a Vietnamese kid might call them, half Vietnamese, Amera-Asians, I think they call them. Brother! This is a strange one, Tom, because it's, I guess they call it retconning, you know, because it turns out Well, fucking Braddock, he was never missing in action. You know, he was there for the fall of Saigon and got out. You know, got out with everybody else, but he was also married, Tom, and well, his wife didn't make it out. You know, and that this isn't the wife that left him while he was a POW. Remember, because that shit never happened. You know, and Braddock Part 3, we're starting all over again. New origin.
I don't know if they're starting all over again or if he just went back because it's all he knows.
No, they redid this shit.
So it's a remake.
It's pretty much, yeah. Yeah, because he also doesn't have a beard in Vietnam.
I mean, it doesn't look like the same fucking guy. It looks like Howard Jackson put on a fucking Chuck Norris mask.
Yeah. So during the fall of Saigon, his wife is blowed up, or so he thinks. It's a case of mistaken identity because some other bitch friend of his wife stole one of her bracelets that he gave to her one night after fucking, and she was wearing one of her dresses too, and
But I mean, she comes out like so burnt up, like the corpse is unrecognizable because of how charred it is.
well,
And he just sees like a burnt up bracelet. It's like, oh, it's got to be.
right, you know, it's a case of mistaken corpse identity.
He was looking for an excuse to leave the bitch.
Maybe, but she loses her paperwork. You know, she works at the consulate or some shit, and she gets her fucking purse ripped off, and so she's left behind, Tom.
Fuck.
One that is missing in action. She's like thrown in a fucking, not a prison because she's got her own little house, but she is a captive, I guess, of the communist Vietnamese regime. And a priest shows up while old Chuck Norris and Braddock, I'm sorry, but this Braddock doesn't just sit around drinking beer watching cartoons. No, this Braddock goes out to bars. And a priest comes up to him and tells him, "Hey, your wife's alive. Get the fuck out of here."
Oh, how'd you find out?
Well, he goes and talks to people at the CIA, and they're like, "Yeah, no, she's not. Oh, I knew you were lying. I'm gonna go get her myself." "Don't you do it, Braddock. Don't you do it." He does, Tom. He does, and you know, then there's some scenes that are kind of like out of the first and second movie where he go get some weapons and a little boat, and you know, he's back in Vietnam.
And was that supposed to be fucking what's his nuts? Emmett Walsh's character from the first one?
So yeah. Then he finds his wife, and then well, the Vietnamese army, they find him and they shoot her in the fucking head.
And it was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
This canon did make this. All right.
Yeah, this was like, oh shit, I didn't see that coming. I had never seen this one because the first two were so bad I never wanted to. Oh yeah, he's got a kid, you know. She was pregnant at the time she left. So now he's got like I guess this kid's like 13-year-old or whatever. I don't know. But he's like, fuck it, you're my son. We're gonna get you and all these other little orphans. We're gonna get you all out of here. And so it's Braddock versus the fucking Vietnamese army, doing it for the children. Who cries for the children? I do. And yeah, so then there's fucking he's captured, he's tortured. We get a fucking good villain in this one, you know, just a, you know, Braddock villain that is just having fun pointing shotguns at little kids.
I'm trying to remember who the fuck the villain is because I watched this a few days ago over a couple days.
Colonel Sanders is the villain.
Colonel Sanders is the villain.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's a fucking Asian guy.
Yeah, it's an Asian dude.
Why the fuck? I don't know. I just remembered he fucking looks different, and this was surprisingly okay for a mission and actions movie, but I still didn't care for it.
I thought this one was pretty good. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's a bunch of dumb shit, but it's entertaining. It's highly watchable. I had some what moments, and I had some laugh out loud moments. There's big explosions again. You know, that's one thing this series hasn't disappointed on. Uh, you never seen it, never seen any of these. Skip the first two. This is the good one. You don't need to have watched the first two, especially since the fucking filmmakers decided to ignore it all. And Chuck Norris's brother, Aaron Norris, directed this one. It's got a really cheesy patriotic song at the opening credits and at the end credits. I dug it. I liked it. Roop, you were right. This is a pretty good one.
And Howard Jackson shows up as a helicopter pilot. That was nice.
Keith David.
Yeah, he shows up for a minute.
Yeah.
It has like more violence and more of the bleakness you would expect from when you hear Cannon movie. So it falls more in line with that.
Yeah.
Again, I just no trying to talk shit about the dead. It was the same shit I've been saying the last 2 weeks is I just don't care for the guy. I don't buy him as this action movie badass. Like he's in the fucking he's talking to the CIA dick. And the CIA guy's, hey, don't step on any toes. Fucking old Norse like, I step on necks. I was like, oh, suck dicks. You don't do shit.
No, he's not a good actor, and really they could have replaced him with any of the action stars at the time, and they would have done a better job with it for sure. Yeah, dead or not, that doesn't improve your acting skills. But this is a good one. I dig it and I recommend it. You know, if you like watching shitty movies that are fun, this is one of them.
Yeah, if you're gonna have to watch or you want to watch a Chuck Norris movie, I would say watch this one only because I can't remember what I thought of that fucking movie he did with the dog.
Canine.
If that's what, yeah, I was gonna say Cop and a Half, but I can't remember what the fuck.
Cop and a Half was with a kid. Yeah.
Top Dog. Was
Dog.
that it?
Yeah, Canine was with the
robot dog.
The shitty Belushi guy.
Fuck.
Jim Belushi.
Yeah, watch it. I don't give a fuck. The dude seemed like he lived a fucking great life, a life fucking a lot of people would like to have. He was loved worldwide by people who've never fucking met him. He's a multi-generational meme. How long that'll go on for, I don't know. God bless him. God bless his friends and family, but his fucking shit just ain't for me. Sorry. It's been a sad in the horror world, Joe. The horror community has lost yet another place where they can go watch a horror host. Joe. Bob was taken off of Shudder. Who are we going to go to now for our horror movies and to talk about them? You said Sven Gulli earlier, Joe.
It did say that.
But now he's got these other dicks with him, and it's not the Sven Gulli we grew up with. He's got some spider lady, a Nosferatu, some fucking questionable gentle fellow. So now, are we gonna watch Sven Gulli talk about fucking horror movies and see what that's about? No, Joe. No, we're not. I'm going to do something for you. I'm going to give up my pick, and I'm going to pick something for you, Joe. Because I don't know if you know this, but a childhood hero of yours is also a horror host. Sir William Shatner.
Mhm.
Have you heard of him?
Yeah, the name sounds familiar.
Well, I guess he was paid $25 or so a few years ago to talk about full moon movies. So we're going to watch 3 of these fucking things, Joe. They're on Tubi. William Shatner's Full Moon Freak Out or some fucking garbage shit like that. And I think Ragdoll or Ragdolls was one of them. So let's do that. They're on Tubi. I can't fucking wait, Joe. I can't wait. And I also didn't give a fuck.
Ragdoll.
However, you have to make sure that you watch the William Shatner Presents version.
Okay.
That's the most important part in all of this. You see, life, that is, not this podcast, but life, is to make sure that you watch the William Shatner version. Can't wait for next week, Joe. We got Bloody Chainsaw Girl 3, William fucking Shatner, hopefully another Blue Flame movie. I can't wait. Everybody, head on over to dwnproductions.net. Mass Buzz Props Custom Work. My fucking nose whole hairs are growing in, and I can't take it no more. Joe, t-shirts.
FastCustomShirts.com. Order your shirts. Contact me if you need custom work. And hey, in 2 weekends, on April the 4th, you can see both of these horror hosts, podcast reviewers, whatever the fuck, dicks, at the Houston, I forget, Market Madness, April Market Madness, and get yourself a triple threat, baby, because this will be in the for sale box. Man, I always gotta say it.
Thanks for checking out the show. We hope you dug it, baby. If so, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe and let us know down below. Support Tom and Joe by heading over to dwnproductions.net and FastCustomShirts.com. Until next time, boy,